Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here, doing a commentary video for Napoleon Total War multiplayer. This is a France versus Russia battle. I command the French, and out in the distance you can see the Russians, and they are commanded by Cosby Sweater. It's an interesting name. Anyways, we'll look at my French army first. Here I have my generic general, that is the general staff, and then I brought my cuirassiers. I couldn't leave battle without my cuirassiers. Not with that sweet looking armor. Then I got the young guard. I brought them in place of my old guard because well, I'll tell you later. But anyways, I got my fusiliers, and they are marching through town looking for a place to eat some bread. And oh, back there you saw some of my howitzers. I'm gonna show you them later. Right now they're kind of setting up. They don't want to be disturbed right now. And here I got my skirmishers. And they're kind of just chilling out on the grass, enjoying the nice weather. Alright, you can hear my howitzers. They're firing already. And I brought 2 teams of howitzers. And for a city fight, I prefer the howitzers because they can fire overhead. And, oh, there's my other howitzer. I haven't set them up yet, but I will. Alright, let's go look at the Russian army commanded by Cosby Sweater. He has his cuirassiers. Then he has two teams of 6-pounder horse artillery, and they're very mobile, so he's able to keep up with his cuirassiers, and they're making some threatening motion on my flank there. Then he has 4 units of grenadiers, and you can see that little grenade icon. You'll want to watch out for that. It sucks when they get close enough to use those. What is this? He has the lifeguards. And because it's nice and wet, I'm sure the lifeguards will have a nice time out here. What else does he have? Oh, here you go. He has some Pavlovsk grenadiers. He has 2 units of those guys. And they're kind of standing still right now. But not for long. There's one boom, and there's a second boom. And then, oh, my opponent actually brought a historical general, and this is Prince Barclay de Tolly. And that was a famous Russian general who came from Scottish origins. Alright, so we are playing on the Lodi map, and this was a famous battlefield for Napoleon in 1796 where he fought against the Austrians. And it was at this battle where Napoleon wrote in his memoirs that it was after this battle that he felt that he was a superior being. So this was a good morale booster for Napoleon. And so, oh yeah, this Lodi is located in Italy, and you can see that it's raining right now. It's nice and wet. And yep, there's my advisor again. It seems like every time he opens his mouth, he sounds so panicked, and it's really demoralizing every time I hear him talk. In any case, my artillery is blasting the heck out of my opponent's frontline troops. And what is this? What is this? My opponent's making some movements across that little river there. And I'm just going to watch them. I've got troops moving back to meet my enemy in case he tries to cross. See those guys down there? Those are my fusiliers. I'm just going to march them and have him match the movement of his troops back there. And I did a little time elapse there so that I wouldn't waste too much time showing my troops just walking. Okay, what is this? Oh yeah, my skirmishers. They are in range of my opponent's frontline troops. So we're gonna duke it out with these guys. And you see my artillery is blasting that building right there. That is occupied by Pavlovsk grenadiers. And you see that my opponent also brought his horse artillery a little too close to my skirmishers. Over on this side, this is something else. These are his grenadiers. These are his regular grenadiers. They are too close to my skirmishers though, so they're getting shot right now. Alright, over here my opponent's attempting a river crossing, but he didn't see my skirmishers on top because they were invisible until they started firing. And once he saw how many skirmishers I had at that river point, at that little choke point, then he turned back. So luckily he didn't commit to that charge. If he committed to that charge, he would have lost all those infantry right there. So it's a good thing he kept his head level and just withdrew instead of charging. Okay, what is this? What is this? Another time elapsed. My opponent is moving down the river, and he's attempting another river crossing. And this one I wasn't able to stop. Well, not this one. These are just some guys holding my skirmishers at bay. And he also has his horse artillery using their canisters on my guys. So he is going to rout some of my troops on that side. But over here you can see his horses have crossed in force, and they are now operating behind my lines. And I tried to bring my Fusiliers back there in time, but they couldn't get there in time, obviously. So I took some pot shots at his cuirassier, but it wasn't too many shots, not enough to prevent them from galloping across my battlefield. Alright, so my opponent stationed his troops behind those buildings, hoping to seek cover away from my howitzers. But as I said, the howitzers, they can shoot overhead, so I can lob them over those buildings. I mean, not over all those buildings, but over some of those buildings. Oh yeah, here's that point where he's crossing his troops. This is behind my lines now. He's getting some more infantry across behind me. I wasn't a fan of that. But here I saw him going for my general, and I started moving my horses to intercept.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Yes, it's my advisor again. I really love my advisor. I bet you if I put my advisor in a headlock, he would probably say, Sir, your advisor is in a headlock. Anyways, it's the Russian and French cuirassier, and it's a 2 versus 2 fight, so that's kind of interesting. But he doesn't want this 2 versus 2 action, so he's going to withdraw. And I thought he was going to withdraw to safety, but instead, he's going to charge right at my Fusiliers. And over here I brought my Fusiliers up a little bit in order to oppose his river crossing from his infantry. But yeah, back to the horse fight. Look, he went right for my Fusiliers here. So he charged my Fusiliers with my horses chasing behind. So he basically put himself in an encirclement. In any case, this is the action, and there's quite a lot of action. And I would hate to be fighting in this kind of weather. This is kind of like Waterloo on the night before the battle. Like, it was raining hardcore, and all those poor soldiers had to sleep in the rain, and that must have been miserable. In any case, as I was saying, my opponent tried to take cover behind those buildings, but my howitzers were shooting right over the buildings. So he is going to withdraw his grenadiers away from that area, but I'm still blasting him. And see that building where his Pavlos grenadiers were? That's where they were, and now that place is on fire. Okay, what is this? Alright, here's my Fusiliers. We are ready to hold those Russian infantry in place. And I think for the most part, my opponent lost all of his, well, he lost half of his artillery already. Like, I used my skirmishers earlier to pick apart his horse artillery that was located across the river. And I think he has one more artillery team, and they are by that burned out building somewhere. Anyways, this is me. My skirmishers are really doing really well because my opponent's keeping his troops near the river, and that's well within range of my skirmishers. Alright. Okay, here my opponent, he sees that he has no more artillery, because I guess I killed them all. So now he's getting desperate. He's going to mass all of his grenadiers across this bridge, and he's going to attack me. But I have tons of troops who have this bridge sighted. And when I saw all of his troops gathering back there across the bridge, that's when I redirected the targets of my howitzers to take aim at that big cluster of Russian grenadiers. So my guys are going to target them from all sides, and the howitzers are really doing tons of damage on those troops. But it was a very fun battle. I've never seen this map. In any case, I think there's a few more like city fights like this. There's also Ligny, and I think Dresden is a city type as well. I have to look at the maps again. I don't remember. But this is one of the city fights, and it's pretty sweet. But I prefer like open terrain. But this is a nice diversity in the map. So, in any case, very good game to my opponent. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle on the Lodi map.